Hey guys, my name is Maurice Ottaway, and I'm going to be making this video for you today to show you a little bit an inside look as to what I do, as to what I'm going to do each day. Hey Heath, I just started
Hey,
recording, so I'm going to make this video for my YouTube channel, and I'm going to pretty much do what the long version of what I do in a day. But basically, I'm going to share my screen and show you guys what I do in a day so that you can use this. Now, there's many ways that you can run your Beachbody business. There's no right way or wrong way, but I'm just going to show you a little bit inside look as to what I do. So I'm going to start a little bit from the end. So every single night, what I do is I think about what my next day is going to look like. So if I was to wake up in the morning and I was going to, if I was going to wake up in the morning and then I was going to have this amazing post, I would be too tired. I'm cranky. I don't want to get up. And therefore, I am not going to have a good post. So before I go to bed, I write out my post on my clipboard in my phone, whether it's long or small. Some days my posts are simple. Some days they are a little bit more involved. I try to change it up. I hear a lot of people don't have time. I'm too busy. I don't have any money. So I often go live and talk about those objections. Also, so basically I'm talking about objections out loud so that people realize that it's basically a line of crap and it's the negative stuff they keep telling themselves not to change their life. So I'm the loud voice that's annoying, that's reminding of that of every day, pretty much. So I write that out every single day. I put it in my clipboard and I save it to my phone. The next day I get up and work out and I'm ready to go. Okay, that's the first thing that I do. The next thing that I do is I have a variety of ways that I run my business, but basically I'm going to show you two sides of it today. Can you guys give me a thumbs up if you can see my my share screen. Now, I just posted a video in the coach group on the online office and talking about your why and why that's important. If you guys missed that call, I see some of you jumping on. That's okay, but because I just posted the recording, and you can get on there and check that out. This is step 2 of what I do in a day. So the first thing I do, like I said, is I write my post for the morning from the night before. Every day at noon, I try to do a quote, like a quote. You know, like a couple of days ago, I put, every once in a while, why don't you blow your own damn mind? Like that was like a quote that I put up. Something simple like that. People like stuff like that. It can be any kind of quote. I do something with my kids. I talk about something I'm eating at noon. And then at dinner, I always do like a workout, business opportunity, some kind of thing to keep people engaged. Sometimes I'll post a picture with my kids and I'll talk about how I'm home with them now and that's developed a life of freedom for myself. I talk about how I would have never, there was another post I made just to give you ideas about knowing what it feels like to be that lady that is in the grocery store when you're at the line at the checkout and then you're taking things out of your cart because you can't afford it. Like I am that girl. Okay, so you want to relate to people because those are things that people never say, but it happens and it's real. So those things are important to think about. What is it like? You know, because people will relate with you and understand that and understand your struggles and understand what you've been through. Another thing that I would also suggest is, you know, people think they're brainwashed by It Works and all these other companies out there. I just like brand named them on my YouTube channel. Sorry guys. But I mean, people are very protective because they are scared about their money. They think you're going to take it and it's another quick fix. So it is our job as coaches to teach people that we are not doing a quick fix and we are teaching you how to work out, cut the BS, get your life in charge, read personal development, and try to be a better version of you. And that's what we are doing. And that's what I'm hold very, very strong to. So anyway, okay, whatever. I'm like going on and on. La di la. I'm like way too ADHD right now to be making this video. Okay. So the first thing I do is I go into my Beachbody, my page, and from the night before on my piece of paper, I'm going to, here's my clipboard. The first thing I do is I go ahead and I write down every single person that's liked my photos. So this little video, whoa. So basically in this video, I'm talking about don't drink your calories, be creative, why use weights, use your wine, whatever. Wine Thursday friends, okay? So then I write down every single person that liked that post. I write down every single person that liked this, talking about my shit show life that I used to have. It was a functioning hot mess for years. Anxiety driven, blaming everybody else for my failures. And I'm not saying you guys got to come out and talk about things like that are uncomfortable, because it takes time. I would have never put this on my wall a year ago because I was worried that people were going to judge me. People don't understand it. People don't, all of those things that just people do around you because they aren't happy with themselves, and it takes a while to be able to put stuff out there like that. So I go and I write down, they can be simple. I need coffee. I was busted this morning. There was no way I was going to take a picture. Okay. So I write down all of that stuff. First thing I do when I get up in the morning. The next thing that I do is it is very important to be present in these challenge groups. People don't want to see me. People are sick of seeing me. I'm telling coaches, like, I'll reach out to them and be like, can you post this? Because I posted 3 times today. Okay. It's annoying, and you can tell me it's annoying to see 1,000 posts from me a day. So it's very, very important. I go through, this is what I do. I have all my groups that are important to me. Team Boom 4, Boom Family. Some of you guys are not in these, but that's okay. Boom Family, Fall into Fitness, Team Boom Coaches. I'm in the Diamond Exchange for being a Diamond Coach. My training groups, everything I put in my favorites. That's step 1. Any groups that people are adding me to, if you saw my status the other day, it was kind of like a social media shout out. Stop adding me to stuff. Random people are adding me to their, like, if you asked me to join your nail party and then I said, okay, I'd probably buy something from you. So don't add people to groups without them knowing. It's the worst thing you can do for your business. So I go through step 1. I go through here. I post something in the free group. Okay. This is not is a complicated group. It's a free group. So Melissa Klein now, she is running a Crock-Pot group within this. Post a quote. Just did my workout. Very simple. Don't post the same thing in Team Boom 4 that you post in Fall In for Fitness and everywhere else. The same people are in there. Okay. So we don't need to see like 10 posts from the same person. The next thing that I do is I go into the Boom Family. There's 563 emeralds and up on our team. All the emeralds go in here. So you guys aren't in there yet. And then I go through and I see what's going on. I like some stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on in there. Okay. Ooh, that's Pat. Delray Beach. Wow. That's where we went on our Boom retreat last year at this time. It was amazing. Okay. Then I go in the team Diamonds in the Rough. This is my group just for moms. The reason that I would suggest having a group that's just for moms is or any kind of group is because I have a group that's non-Beachbody related. The reason that I started this Diamonds in the Rough group is because I have people do these massive runs on things where I say, add your friends, add your friends. Once people add their friends, what I do is I go through here and I see people, like if you add people, obviously I'm not going to like market to them, but I go through and I see who's added. And then you know what I'm saying? Like, I friend them so then they have more exposure to my Facebook wall because I'm friends with them. This is where we post things about, whatever, non-Beachbody related. Okay. So that's kind of cool because then you can put people in there. And then it goes back to posting on your wall every day and being consistent, because if you don't have omnipresence and you're not everywhere, people aren't going to take you seriously and they're not going to see you. But it's kind of like the stages of grief. People first are going to be annoyed by you, then they're going to want to block you, but they stick around because they're interested. And then they eventually say no. And then I will tell you, I've been doing this for a while, and a lot of your no's turn to yeses. But they have to see your consistency and believe in you. Otherwise, they're not going to. Okay, so I go through all my groups. I go into Fall for Fitness. The reason that I do that and I post on stuff is because, I don't go through here and like Lori, she's not my customer. I comment on Lori's stuff not only because I like her and I care about her fitness journey, but I also want to keep Lori happy in a sense, because Lori is drinking Shakeology every month. Lori is not my customer, but Lori is under me on one side. She's one of my coaches people. If Lori is happy and feels like we're coaching her and we're engaged, even if she's not yours, it's going to help you make money long term. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not like and sometimes for me, honestly, as a coach, and you guys will go through this, it's frustrating sometimes to go in these groups and we have a bunch of coaches and I see the same 5 coaches doing it, and then the other people are participating in it. So you don't have to post like ridiculously a lot. The only reason that I'm doing that is because, I'm like kind of not in charge of it, but it's kind of my thing, but just trying to have more of a presence. So I go into the coach group or the coach group. What I do, I'll pretend I'm you looking at this, but I put up a calendar, what's going on for the whole month every morning at 6 a.m. I don't get up at 6 a.m. guys because I have a lot of energy and I don't have anything to do. I get up at 6 a.m. because I know that successful people are willing to do what most people aren't. And I also know that working hard now is going to pay off later because it has. I used to work full-time as a teacher. I used to teach dance. I used to work at Dillard's. My husband had a bunch of jobs and I was so broke as I could ever be, So things get easier as they go, but sometimes you got to put the work in. So these are the different challenge groups that we have going on, and these are the different training groups. Now, these training groups are very important because they're annoying. This is not a, the glamorous business. I think that's why Beachbody does these awesome trips and like events, because once you just want to throw in the towel, you're, if you signed up, you're in Punta Cana and then you're in New Orleans and, now I'm getting to go to LA and all that stuff. And it's because you're kind of rewarded for it. And if somebody had told me that I would be in this position that I was 2 years ago, I would have never believed you. I would have never believed you. I don't have pretty good self-awareness right now. I know that I'm doing well and I've like built this like huge thing or whatever, but I still have that negative self-doubt runs through my head every single day, all day long. And I realized one day I was just going to have to do it afraid. And I don't think about it. I just do it. Okay? Sounds like a completely psycho statement when you say it out loud, but that makes sense to me in my head. So I go through all of those things and I comment. Now, getting to the meat of the business, how do I do invites? So I'm going to show you right now really quick how I do it on Facebook, and then I'm going to show you TeamZ for a second. So what I do is, for instance, say I'm going to go into a local I've been searching a lot of like, I'm not going to tell you my secret weapon one because then you're going to know all my secrets. But I will tell you another one that I sometimes use. I will go to like Greenville. No, I don't do that one. I'll go to events because this is where you can find a lot of people. Okay, so these are events that are coming up in Greenville, South Carolina, and this is how I find people. Okay, paint drop tour. I don't know. Swing a shock. What is that? 8th annual. There's 680. Okay, this looks cool. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna go. Wait, I'm not invited. Wait, I am invited. Yeah. Okay. So what am I doing? Okay. So I go on here. And there's 56 people that liked it. Now I look at the pictures and I look for mutual friends. I don't typically invite a lot of men. And I don't typically, like, I have certain like preferences that, it sounds bad when you say it like out loud, but like certain things that I know, I can't really tell from a picture, but like whatever. So I go through and I friend some people, okay? And then you think about what you like. You like Greenville, say there's an animal shelter. Greenville, South Carolina moms, okay? So I can go in these mom groups and I see tons of people in here. And then you can obviously tell I'm friending these people because they're all my friends. Now, if I was sitting around selling to the same 20 people that I was scared to reach out to because I was scared they were going to judge me, I would have no business, right? So what do? She looks cool. Artworks hula hoop dancer going. And that's what you got to do. Like, you got to find cool stuff to go to so that you have something to talk about. I do that all the time. Nope. Anyway, okay, you get it? So then I friend people. Now, if you're not comfortable in the beginning, I was not comfortable because when I'm posting pictures of my kids, sometimes I'm worried that there is a serial killer out there. And I have a very, very crazy mind that's really crazy. So I always think of like worst case scenario all times. So basically what I do is once I go to my recently added, I put people on an acquaintance level. And the reason that I do that until you are in one of my challenge groups or one of my coaches, and then I went to all my albums and I put everybody but acquaintances can see those albums. And then I got tired and I just put only me. Like I locked them all like from here down. I'm like, there's like no way I could do all that. I would also suggest not throwing all your photos as mobile uploads because they're not organized. I'm really trying hard to remember 21 Day Fix What I Ate. You know, organize them into cool things you did because then people are going to see it. They go to my page and look at my photos and see this. Like, it's cool, it's me and my husband, but they don't see a lot. Like, they don't see them into groups of things. Okay. So, Pat likes it. Okay. What was I talking about? Okay, so then I do recently added. Every Monday I print this out. All these people accepted my friend request. That is what I'm working from. It's a lot of people. I don't know them. I'm about to. Okay, so all of these people, I do not really know them, but I'm excited about connecting with them and seeing if this may be right for them. So I print that out, and then what I do is I go through it, and I'm going to show you the long version. So Allison Waller, I go to Allison's page. We have 37 mutual friends. Who are these people? Do they look like coaches or familiar? No, they're not coaches. So I see Allison. Now remember, I wrote down all the names. Freaky. Okay, I write down all the names. I have my first initial contact of what I say on my tab. I place it into here. Hey, no, this is random, but I'm part of this health and fitness group for women. We post our attempts of eating healthy, blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever it is that I say. I have my thing I say. Okay? I do 50 of those a day. I wouldn't start out with 50. Okay? Because you're going to have to talk to all these people. And it's going to get kind of overwhelming sometimes. It depends. Okay? So that's what I've done. Now, I've commented on my groups. I've posted on my wall first. I am my first priority in my business. Okay? Now, as I'm inviting people, I say, hey, I know this is random, and say she says yes. Do I stop and talk to her? No. I don't have time to get caught up in conversation. I'm a businesswoman. I'm busy. I do not have time to get caught up into conversation because I have to focus on my task at hand. What am I doing? I am inviting people. That's what I'm doing. And I'm going to invite 50 is a lot, so I say 25. 50 takes a long time. Okay? I invite them. I write their names down. Now, I have my list of people's names that I invited. I wrote their names down. The next thing that I am going to do, and this is one of my secret weapons, is I create something called an interest group. Now, this is a hypothetical cloud that people do not know that they're in. Okay? So basically, these are how I categorize people. Okay? My coaches, because it's very important for me to copy, It's very important for me to comment on the stuff that you're posting. Don't you think? I mean, you'd probably be annoyed if I never commented or liked any of your stuff. So I keep all my coaches in here, but you don't know you're in there. It's like a secret place that I put you that you have no idea about. And then I categorize them by month. Okay? So right now I am in October. This is how I do it. I go to interest, and then I hit add interest. Then I'm going to create a list. So what am I going to call this? I'm going to call this, no, I'm not doing it right. Am I doing it right? Oh, I want to go to friends. So create list, friends, and then I'm just going to pretend these are the people on my list, even though it's not. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that I invited. But actually, let me take a step back. I only put them, well, no, let's do it this way. So all the people that I invited, I do put them in the interest group. Then I go to next. I'm just going to call this training. Okay? You want to put it on only me, because if you put it on public, they're going to know that you are hypothetically stalking them. Not really stalking them, but you know, you have them somewhere. If you put only me, they're not going to ever know that they're there. Now, done. Now, the reason that I do that is because every time I post on my wall, when they wake up in the morning, when they go to bed, every time they check their phone, I'm going to be the first thing they see, which you probably are annoyed because you're like, I'm so sick of seeing her post. And it's because I have you in an interest group. I don't have you in there though, Heath. But I'm about to put you there. Does my stuff come across your news feed? Okay. Maybe I have you in there. Okay, so I go to my interest groups. Now, this is a good thing to do because you're going to get a lot of no's along your way, right? You're going to get a lot of no's along your way. So what about all those people that said no to me back in, I don't know, what am I talking about? All those people that said no to me back in, I used to have a not right now, but that got annoying because there was like so many not right nows. So I like the people in April. You can hire somebody to do this once you get good. So, like I have somebody that just goes through and like shows, you know, that I'm, you know, liking their stuff still, building a relationship, blah, blah, blah. Because you're liking their stuff, because when you go full circle and you invite them again, you're going to have that omnipresence with them. You're going to be everywhere. You're going to be liking their stuff. You're going to be committed to them. You can't just invite them and be done with it. Now, this is the old school way. Okay. So take a time out for a second. That is the inviting part. Okay. Now, so now you're like, well, let me show you a conversation quick. So then what I do is I invite everybody, and then I go to the bottom of my messages. Now this lady, who is she? Oh, this is Miss USA. She wants me to be on her like talk show or something. I'm kind of nervous about that, but I need to follow up with her. So, okay. So you can kind of see, hey, I know this is random. Hey, I know this is random. Hey, I know this isn't random. Okay. All of that first sentence I told you to say. Then, okay. This is somebody that had told me no before. I talked to her back in 2015. Okay. But I have her on a tracking on a Google calendar when she told me no. And then every few months I ask people again. But when you have thousands of friends, it's not like you're bothering people all the time. Hey, I know this is random, all the way up. Okay. Let me see what this lady has going on. Who is this? So I'm talking to so many people, like I gotta. Okay. Thanks for the Facebook ad. Okay, this is what I used to say. Like, thanks for the Facebook ad. Facebook keeps suggesting that we are friends, so I thought I would reach out. I know this is random, but I have a health and fitness group on Facebook, because then they're going to be like, well, who are you? Why did you add me? Okay, well, I added you because Facebook kept suggesting that we be friends, so I thought I would reach out to you. I know this is random, but we have a health and fitness group on Facebook for women where we all cheer each other on and blah, blah, blah. Okay? You guys want that? Put it on this little, I have this note sheet. Okay. And she's like, yeah, I definitely like to join the group. And I'm like, great. So what are your fitness goals? I've just had a baby, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, congrats. I totally get that. I've lost 30 pounds of natural weight eating with an exercise. I'll tell you a little bit more about myself. I'm the CEO of Boom Empire Fitness, and I match people with fitness programs. Now, I messed this one up because I went too fast. I'm like, here's about me. Here's my group. This is a total fail. I have a lot going on. Well, no kidding, because I asked her what her goals were, then I sold her. Okay? Amateurs are going to sell you right away. I messed that one up. Okay? Best of luck. So I think I came back. Thanks. I've just been really busy. Not an excuse, but literally busy. Apparently she's watching my videos. Because what do I talk about? You're busy? Well, you're not unique. Everybody's busy. But you're telling me that you need to lose weight and that so like you either, you know what I'm saying? So people start watching you and then they start making excuses for the excuses you told them not to make, which is kind of crazy. And then she actually ended up coming back here. So see how long this like conversation's been going on. So anyway, I go from the bottom and then I go up. So, and then I work the scripts on those people, and then I like go all the way back up, and those are the people that I'm talking to. Get it? And then you gotta like copy on their comment on their wall, like their stuff, do whatever. So that's one side of it, in the scripts, and that takes practice. And everybody has a script. There's a simple one that you can do. I know this is random. What are your fitness goals? Okay, well, you want to lose weight. Why? Why do you want to lose weight? How would it make you feel if you lost weight? What have you tried in the past where you haven't been successful? Oh, well, I have kids and I'm just so tired and I'm so busy. Well, you know what? I'm tired and I'm busy too. And I know, and it's so hard. But, that's where I come into play, because I could never make it to the gym either. And some days I'll tell people as I'm getting them to join me, you know what, I fail a lot too, but the group helps me stay motivated. So you got to be real with people. You can't be like doing super great and stuff, because then people think that it's unattainable. And I have to be careful with that in my own videos. I do these workouts where I'm working out really hard. What are people going to say? I can't do that. I even have to remind myself that working out every day, reading personal development, and as I grow and as I try my hardest to become more considerate and more like-minded and really become immersed in growing, then you get in this weird thing where it's hard for you to relate to people, and then you got to become more observant and like understanding people and really connecting to their needs. Because the second you sell them, you're done. You're wasting your time. You got to connect with them, build a relationship. There's something else I wanted to share with you guys called forming, and it's called family, occupation. What's the M? Family, occupation, message, FOR, relationships, message. So you always want to form people. Okay. So when you talk to them, why do you want to lose weight? Well, oh yeah, I see. It looks like you just had a new kid. Well, yeah, I have a 16-year-old daughter and we used to live in Florida, and it's gotten really hard for me because I've moved to a different state and, just trying to find that extra motivation. And I'm part of this group right now that's really motivating. And I know it seems weird online, but, it's really helped me be motivated. So I'd love to invite you to our next challenge. Oh, well, that's cool. Send over the information. I'll check it out. Okay. So then you don't send over a video how much it cost. You send over that video that Carrie made about this is my fight song, what a challenge group looks like. Then you ask them what they liked. Then you gotta go slow with people because we're so excited. But you gotta slow down because you scare the crap out of them and they think you want them to buy something from you. Okay? So don't do that. All right. Okay. So that's pretty much what I do. I do that in the morning and it takes about an hour. It was really long to explain it, but it does take about an hour. And then at lunch, I go back in. I comment on some people's stuff again. I go to free group, follow the fitness, coaching group. It's not my coach group, it's our coach group. So post some stuff in there, post some motivation. Jeanette, I think you posted in the beginning some really good things that you found. So feel free to post. Don't be scared. Like, no one's going to judge you. Nobody's going to, we're stronger together. So you definitely want to do that. So run through those. Now, does anybody on here not have a script to work with or understand what I'm talking about when I talk about scripts? I printed you out some, Jeanette, that I'm going to bring to your house tomorrow. And I also will remind me to send you a simplified one because they're simpler ones that we also have. So just to show you guys something really quick while I'm talking about what I do every day, there is, let me find one where okay. God. Oh. Like this lady had 1,300 messages from her and she just signed up to be a coach last week. Sometimes it takes a while. See? We just talked and talked and talked. You know? Anyway, let me go to here. That's not what I want to show you. Anyway, sorry. We're going to be done in like 1 minute, so just bear with me. Oh, I Facebooked myself. There it is. I talk to myself on Facebook. It's kind of funny. It's a good way to send yourself information. So basically, they're like, tell me about the challenge. I have this group on Facebook. Here's an inside look at our last challenge. Here's about what we do. Here's about Shakeology. Here's about 21 Day Fix. Then they're going to want to know, well, how much is it? And then they're going to freak out. And then you replace a meal. And you just got to tell people, like, you're going to, you know, it's hard to invest in ourselves. It's hard to invest in ourselves because we have to relearn to love ourselves, right? We do. And that's what I made a post about today. Like, loving yourself is hard. Like, you are stuck with you, and you can't just be, people are trapped inside their head, you know? It's crazy. So you got to try to connect with them and talk about that. The last thing that I want to show you is if you are interested in doing Teamzy, this is a great way. This is a shorter version of what I've just explained. This is something that's a monthly membership that's not even like through Beachbody. Like, this guy created this site. And basically what it's done is it tells me every day what I need to do. And I'm outworking you, Heath, because I did 57 invites today. Heath and I always have this like thing going on. So basically and it's really important to get your list. What happens if Facebook went down? Would I have a lucrative business? No. You have to get your list. And I can show you how to do it to set up your Teamzy. So every single Facebook person I have is in here. This is a totally separate from Beachbody. This guy created this site. Customers, Beachbody gives me coaches. So like I rank people. I like paste in here what I say to them. And then basically it tells me when they're going to follow up again, because a piece of paper and graphing is only going to take you so far, right? Eventually you're going to have 80 notebooks and you're not going to be like, oh, I remember Susie. God, I forgot about her. This system will bring Susie back up in a week so you can comment on her wall. You don't have to do interest groups. You don't have to do all that stuff. You just go to her. I'll just do an example. I go to her page. And I'm not going to show you how to set it up. Like, I'm just comment on her stuff. She is not a coach. Let me just make sure, because you don't want to invite coaches. Well, she is a coach, but we'll just pretend she's not. I wrote down on Word what I say. I know this is random, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then I invite her. Okay. Then I go back to my Teamzy. It says I invited her. Type Facebook message. I invited her to challenge group. I want this thing to remind me to comment on her wall, because you got to build a relationship. Log it. Next person. Highlight. I'm running this all day long. Once you get to Emerald, it gives you customers. Beachbody gives you 2 free customers a week. And they start giving you lead Shakeology customers and all that people given to you. Then I email them. Like, this is somebody Beachbody gave me, so it automatically loaded their information in. I email them through my Beachbody account. I have a pre-made thing I made, which I can show you, and you can make it your own. because Beachbody gives me people, but I got to reach out to them. This is the thing. Hey, I'm your coach. Connect with me, because if they're already drinking Shakeology, I need to get them on the discount, flip them into a coach, and fill in the downline so we can all start making money. See what I'm saying? So that's why I reach out to them, put them in a challenge group, do all that stuff. Log it. I emailed them, invite. I want them to join my challenge group, follow up. I do the ones from Beachbody in a month because it's really hard to contact them. And then my coaches are all loaded in here. And then because I got to reach out to them. Like, I've got a lot of people. If I don't reach out to them, they're going to think I don't care. I failed them, and I'm a crappy upline, right? And it's hard to do that, especially at this level. Like, I've got people, and sometimes people fall through the cracks. Sometimes I sign up people and I just can't, and if they're not going to help, like sometimes they're not self-motivated, it's very, very hard for me, because if you follow me all day, I'm probably sleeping right now about 5 hours a night. And sometimes I just got to stop, so you got to make sure you're good to yourself and take care of yourself too. Okay. So Jeanette, if you want sometime, I can set you up, like show you how to do this if you want to. It kind of tells you what to do. And then it says, okay, 100% complete social post, this, I did this, I got 100%. It tells you an income goal. Like if I want to make $150,000 this year, it tells me how many prospects I need to talk to, how many customers, and how many invites I need to do. So you set an income goal, and then it projects it for you, and it runs the numbers and the people at your screen, and you just do what I taught you and hit it over and over again. Okay. I bought this and paid for it now. It's like $30 a month. It's one more cost, but I don't think you really need it in the very beginning. But once your business gets out of control and you have a lot of people, it's good to have it, because it's like it can get to where you don't know if you're coming or going and who's who anymore and anything like that. So that's kind of an overview of what I do every day. Every morning when I get up, I post in the groups, workout, drink my Shakeology, post on my wall. In the morning, I friend 30 people. I invite 30 people. Takes another hour. At night, that's when I talk to people. And sometimes I say, they're like, yeah, add me. And then I say, okay, what are your fitness goals? They say, yeah, add me. What are your fitness goals? 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 I don't have time to talk to them right now because I'm tired. If tomorrow, I'm going to talk to them about what their fitness goals. But you see what I'm saying? On the messages, I'm running it all the way down on the inbox. So you can be exhausted and never really talk to people. I run invites, comment. I only talk to people and sell challenge packs on Tuesday, Thursdays. I do invites, post on my wall. I cut the fluff on Tuesday, Thursdays. I do the fluff Monday, Wednesday, Friday, doing all the extra stuff. And in those days, I'm making sales, I'm zoned in, and I'm working my plan. So that's probably not what you've been doing yet, Jeanette. You're probably like, oh, that's what she's up to. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this call. I'm going to go ahead and end this recording. So thanks for getting